Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a good day as always. My name is Michael and thank you for joining me. So today I want to answer a Patreon viewer question that I received by a gentleman named Court, and he has this question in mind. He said that he was recently offered a new independent contractor job or gig that pays him $30,000 more per year, but he doesn't necessarily know if there's a future in it. Should he take that job or stay with his current full-time employer? And so that's a question we're going to be tackling today. Now, before I answer anything, I always want to say, guys, if you've got any other questions that you guys want answered, definitely email me down below at commonsensemike@gmail.com. I'm happy to make as many videos answering your questions that you have. Now, let's get back to what we're talking about today. Should he take this new job? And I'd love to know what you guys think. Here's my opinion on this. You know, my initial reaction is, yeah, if you're getting paid $30,000 more a year, take it, right? But it's more complicated than that, okay? First off, let's start with this. An independent contractor isn't going to be guaranteed the same level of pay or even opportunity in the future. You can't always rely on that level of income year in and year out like you can at, let's say, a full-time salaried position. So to me, that's kind of the first thing that we should address. Is there a future in this industry? And I believe you said this is something that you've wanted to learn about for a while, and I think that's all the more reason to really consider taking this job. But if you feel like, you know what, no, I don't really think there's the same level of stability here that I have at my current employer, then you really need to consider that, because even though it may not be as exciting to stay with your full-time job, if you work there a little bit further, you might even be able to set yourself up even more so to live the life that you want to live in the next couple of years, right? Now, on the other hand, if you think that, yeah, even if I don't necessarily make that $30,000 a year extra every single year, you know, even if you're making $10,000 more every single year, then yeah, I still think you should consider it, because more pay is always better than not having pay. The last thing that I would leave as far as this situation is concerned, definitely have a conversation with your current employer. And if you feel like you can't have that conversation, I think that's a sign that maybe you should look for something different. When I left the credit union, I had no problems talking to my bosses and saying, look, there's a reason why I want to leave, and it's not because of the credit union itself. It's not because of anything that my bosses did. I always had the luxury of having great bosses that I could communicate with, and I flat out asked them, like, this is what I want to do. I'm hopeful for the future. I want it all to work out, but, you know, let's say things don't work out. Is there a spot for me to come back? And they absolutely said yes, anytime. So I think the best thing that you can do is, if you do decide to take this opportunity, that's great, but don't burn any bridges on your way out, right? It's definitely a good idea to have a fail-safe just in case. Now, the other thing I want to talk about is, let's talk about this whole $30,000 a year extra as an independent contractor, right? Me as a real estate agent, as an independent contractor for Keller Williams, right? There's certain benefits that I no longer receive that I received at the credit union, right? I don't get paid time off, I don't get medical leave, I don't get health insurance, right? So how much is all of this potentially going to cost you? And I'm assuming 30K is easily going to cover up all of that stuff, but how much are you actually earning extra, and how much of an inconvenience is it going to be not to have those full-time employment benefits, right? Because that is going to eat away at some of this extra money that you make every year. Another thing that I would definitely make sure is in writing is that your contract is guaranteed for a set time frame. I'm not sure if the gig is set up for 1 year specifically or a totally different time frame, but whatever you agree to in writing, make sure that you're at least guaranteed that amount. Not necessarily that you're guaranteed this wage for the amount of time that you work at the job, but you're at least guaranteed X number of months or years on the job, because that's going to give you a much clearer picture as to how feasible this is in case it doesn't work out. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is this, right? Let's assume that you do decide to take this job. And honestly, in the back of my mind, I hope you do decide to take it, because that seems new and exciting and something that you want to do. But assuming you take it, one thing that I would really recommend is setting aside a large portion of this pay increase kind of in your reserve account, just in case things end sooner than you'd like, and maybe you're stranded or left without a job for a couple of months, right? You may already have an emergency fund, in which case this is kind of pointless advice. But again, if it's not something that you have set up to where maybe you're covered for the next 6 months or so, I would definitely make sure that you've got that reserve fund set up. Obviously, I wish you the best of luck, and I'm the first one to tell you that I think you should follow your dreams if it's something that you've wanted to do. please take advantage of it, because that's a wonderful position to be in, but make sure to protect yourself at the same time. You know, I had worked hard at the credit union for a long time, and I made sure that, you know, even if I'm not earning a decent paycheck for a while, that I'm still covered, it's not affecting me. I was able to afford to do it. And so when you're making this much money extra, definitely set yourself up for future success as well. Now, that's pretty much what I had to share today. Kind of just a quick viewer question that I wanted to answer. Guys, again, if you've got any questions, never hesitate to email me at commonsensemike@gmail.com. I also want to give a special shout out to those who have been commenting and emailing me about how much money they've been able to save as far as making the right financial decisions when it comes to paying off credit card debt and refinancing their car loans. I've been getting a lot of those emails, so thank you very much for sending me those. I really, really do appreciate it, and congratulations to you for actually doing the hard work. That's what I want to talk about today, guys. If you've got any more comments, questions, concerns, you guys know what to do, but thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, I know I just said this stuff, but let me say it again. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all the support that you guys give me, and to support you, here's 2 more videos that I've made in the past in case you haven't seen them. Don't forget to share these with your friends and family so we can help all the people achieve their financial goals. Likewise, if there's anything that you would want to see made that you haven't seen thus far, definitely don't hesitate to let me know. But thanks again, take care, and have a good day.